Hey, how we doing? Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Play. And most people my age know BioWare through the Mass Effect trilogy. And I do say trilogy because fuck Andromeda. But look, BioWare, of course, they've done many great games over the years. They've been pretty over the last few years, and things are not looking good over there at the moment. The only thing they really have going for them is Mass Effect 4. But considering their past few games, I'm a bit on the fence with that one. And with this news on top of it, it's a yikes moment. So BioWare is laying off 50 employees. The general manager says BioWare, quote, must shift towards a more agile and more focused studio. Yeah, we'll see what he means by that. So Dragon Age and Mass Effect studio BioWare has announced to be laying off approximately 50 people. In a blog post, BioWare's general manager, Gary McKay, said recognizing its teams was necessary as the Electronic Arts studio rethinks its approach to development. I think they should rethink to going back to what made them great in the first place. However, in order to meet the needs of the upcoming projects, continue to hold ourselves to the highest standard of quality and ensure BioWare can continue to thrive in an industry that's rapidly evolving, we must shift towards a more agile and focused studio, he wrote. It will allow our developers to iterate quickly, unlock more creativity, and form a clear vision of what we are building before development ramps up. That's ironic considering when Anthem was announced, the first time the developers at BioWare even heard of Anthem was when they saw that trailer at E3. Then they were like, oh shit, that's what we're working on? What a bizarre way to find out. So that's pretty wild over there. He added that after much consideration and careful planning, we have built a long-term vision that will preserve the health and studio and better enable us to do what we do best, create exceptional story-driven single-player experiences filled with vast worlds and rich characters. So the vision balances the current blends of the needs of the studio, namely ensuring that Dragon Age Dreadwolf is an outstanding game with its future, including the success of the next Mass Effect. That right there, I am a bit iffy on. Actually, both those games I'm a little bit iffy on, but I think I'm just a bit more attached to Mass Effect, so that's why it's jumping out to me a bit more. So McKay claimed that the company is doing everything it can to, quote, ensure the process is handled with empathy, respect, and clear communication, and said to have chosen to act now in part to provide our impacted colleagues with as many internal opportunities as possible as the changes coincide with a large number of roles currently being available across other EA studios. That's a bit of a, that's another yikes moment. This is not sounding too good. But back in June, McKay confirmed that BioWare was also going to be laying off some staff as part of the Star Wars Old Republic's transition to a new development studio. So they don't even have SWTOR anymore. SWTOR, the last remnant of the last little part of the great Star Wars expanded universe that's still out there. It's not even from BioWare anymore. So EA reached an agreement to move the near 12-year MMORPG to an existing partner, Broadsword Online Games, which also manages the online development and operations of classic MMOs, Ultimate Online, and Dark Age of Camelot. Now, personally, as someone that was really into the Star Wars EU back in the day, I wish this game was just given to one studio and that was the only thing they had to focus on, and preferably filled with Star Wars EU fans, but hey, it's 2023, that's way too much to ask for. McKay then went on to say that if you're wondering how all of this will impact the development of Dragon Age Dreadwolf, let me be clear that our dedication to the game has never wavered. Our commitment remains steadfast and we're all working to make this game worthy of the Dragon Age name. We are confident that we'll have the time needed to ensure that the game reaches its full potential. He also added that a core veteran team led by Mike Gamble continues their pre-production work on the next Mass Effect, and our commitment to the quality continues to be our North Star. Yeah, I'm a bit iffy on all of this. To me, it sounds like BioWare's in a little bit of trouble, and considering the last few games have been pretty meh, I think the last thing they actually put out was the Mass Effect trilogy, that special edition thing that they did, and before that it was Anthem, so they don't really have the best track record over the last few years, so they need both of these games, the new Mass Effect and the new Dragon Age, to both be winners, but losing some of their staff to refocus, I don't think it's going to work out, but I really want to be wrong. And of course, only time will tell. So you tell me how you feel about this in the comments section down below. Be sure to subscribe to Geeks and Gamers Play and check out geeksgamers.com. And I'll see you all in the next video.